All right, engine bay pretty much done. At least, well, the paint part's done. I buffed and polished this part up here. I didn't bother with the bottom part, but it's all cleaned up. So now I'm gonna take some vinyl rubber dressing. Come on now, Jesus. Jesus. We can send a man to the moon, but we can't make a sprayer that works. Just try to clean up the vinyl and the rubber and plastic a little bit. And then this part will be done. You know, these car shows are, well, at least concours, like legitimate concours, like this one I'm preparing for. You never quite know what they're going to look for, you know. Some judges, you know, they show up and they go over with a fine-tooth comb and they got legal pads and clipboards and everything and laundry lists of score sheets and stuff. And it's like they're trying to score Pebble Beach. And they spend forever on your car. And because they spend forever on your car, they spend forever on everybody's car. And they end up running 2 hours late and you don't get out of the joint until it's dark out. And then at other times, you've got judges that show up and they spend like 5 minutes and they basically just breeze right through and all the work you did seemed like it was for naught. And you don't know what the hell they were really looking at. They might say open the door, open the hood, and they kind of look in, but they don't know what the hell they're looking at. They don't know the kind of car you brought. You know, these are like Chevy people trying to grade a BMW or a Jaguar. So that's the other kind of concours. And then the third kind is the most interesting one. This is the one where you never see the fucking judges at all. You wait around all day, they tell you to wait by your car. You never see anybody. But at the end of the day, somebody's picked 20 best of shows, or 20, you know, top 20 winners in a best of show. And you don't know how the hell they picked them. You never saw anybody walk to your car. You never saw anybody walk to anybody else's car. But apparently somebody was doing the judging, and they decided who won and who didn't. I've been at more than one event like that. And, you know, there are some people that, you know, they'll make a big stink about it. They'll talk to the event organizers and the committee people, and they want an explanation of what the hell is going on. And they want to file a formal protest and all that crap. I don't get that bent out of shape about it. I just kind of observe and watch and kind of just get mesmerized by how some of these events are run. But at the very least, if you know people have spent all week or all month preparing their cars, and the event's advertised as a judge event, you gotta at least give them the common courtesy of 5 to 10 minutes of your time. And that's not always the case. I don't give a shit what happens, as long as it doesn't rain. I don't even care if I don't win a door prize as long as it doesn't rain. But it seems like every single event this year it has rained. Or it's threatened to rain so much that there was no sense in even going. But that's what you get from Midwest weather. I mean, I envy you folks out there in the West Coast, California, Arizona, Nevada. You know, you can go 3 months without seeing a cloud. And you can schedule an event 2 months in advance and you know the weather's going to be great. So it's not a problem. You just cannot do that in the Midwest. You do not have that luxury. You know, normally at these events, when they're checking for, you know, for dirt and seeing how detailed you are and all that stuff, they're just reaching as far as the fingers can reach, you know. I mean, if they dig in right here, they might go like that and see if there's any dirt there. Or they'll put their fingers inside the wheel wells and see if they can feel any dirt. But you know, in theory, if you had dirt behind the wheels, they're not going to know. If you just had it just right underneath or on the lip of the wheel wells and you had those clean, you're probably fine. So in theory, I wouldn't even have to take the wheels off, but I do need to clean the inside part of the rims. So it's just as easy to take the wheels off. Shit, man, I'm done. I'm fried tonight. I had to work today. I was out of town most of the day, so I'm just done. Can't think anymore. All right, so that's that. I'm calling it a day. We'll start this up again tomorrow. I'll flip the car around. We'll do the ass end and start doing the wheels. Until then, take care. Car's been flipped around today, working on that trunk and the rear bumper. Gonna clean the trunk jam area here. Get all this done first on the inside, then work on the outside. This really shouldn't be that dirty. When I pulled the car out, flip it around, it looked pretty good when it was parked outside, natural light in the sun. So I think we've done good. Just a little bit more to go. We're rounding the backstretch. I may have to get the clay bar into that. There's a few pieces of dirt that are coming up. I've cleaned this pretty good once already. I pulled the trunk liner out, cleaned underneath, cleaned the tire. I might do that again here, just for grins, since I'm going to all the trouble now. But the nice thing about, once you really go over this, you give it a thorough work over once. Every time you have to go back and clean it afterwards, it's not that bad. You're just kind of just getting some surface stuff off. You're not having to bust your butt too much. So when people say, God, it must really be hard to keep that car clean. Well, it is to get it to that point. But then after that, you only have to work 10% as hard. Tell you what, when I'm done with this thing, this is going to be the cleanest frickin' M3 in the planet. Okay, just to show you what I'm doing here. I'm going to spray some cleaner inside the trunk jam here and then see if the clay bar picks any of this junk up. Having to do this with one hand and holding the camera with one hand is not easy. So let me work at it and see how far I get. Okay, this is a perfect example of how you have to get creative sometimes in order to clean areas. Now, if you can see in here, this is sort of the trunk release area. Somehow I gotta get down there and clean that stuff down there at the bottom. And I'm gonna have to stick some tools in there, work some of that dirt out. It's not going to be easy, but I'm going to have to figure out a way to do it. But it's all part of the process. Okay, you probably can't see it very well, but able to get down there with my little sticks and prods and tools and all that, so not too bad. I probably could have taken this black piece off here. These look like these are little like grommets that would come out, but I'm not going to worry about that for now. I'm going to pull the trunk mat up, just make sure that's good. I don't think these judges are going to look at that. Like I said, they got 200 or 300 cars to judge. They only got 5 or 10 minutes at most, so. But since we're back here, let's do it now, then we don't have to do it again. Okay, working on the inside liner of the trunk. This doesn't look as clean as it should have been. I'm wondering if I forgot to do this the last time I was in here. I may need some Goo Gone. In fact, I know I'm going to need some Goo Gone. I don't want to use Goof Off in here. It's a little bit, probably a little overkill. Just let that sit for a second. Work itself in. Come on. Give me a hard time. Yuck. Oh, I tell you what, next week, I'm taking it easy next week. I'm just telling you folks right now. You don't see any videos coming out. I'm not churning anything out next week. It's because my meat is beat and I am taking a break. Every dog's got to rest. Okay, what now? Well, I'm not going to worry about the battery. The rest of this looks clean. I think we're in good shape here. So let me put the liner back in, if I can find it. Where did I put it? It's in there just like that. Have to vacuum this out. I'm going to do all the vacuuming stuff at the very end, so I'm not going to worry about that right now.